Hi. Welcome to part 2. I'm just going to double check something real quick here. Okay, so we were going to do this tomorrow, Saturday, but I decided that since I was able to get my Zumba toning class uploaded to Zen Studio, that I would do this today since it's only going to take a couple minutes, and then I could take the weekend off because I haven't actually had a weekend off in I don't know how long. I haven't actually had a day off and I don't know how long. So these people who keep talking about all this free time, I have no idea what they're talking about. And I just finished yoga, and I don't think the audio was all messed up because I don't think my computer picked up my microphone. Instead, it was just coming from the computer audio. And I'm just going to complain for a second. I have done, I don't know, well over 100 live videos in the last 7 weeks or thereabouts. So that was the first time that there was actually a real audio issue. There was 1 or 2 times where my microphone pack died or something like that. And in that Facebook event, I cannot see any comments because I can't use the new Facebook producer in a Facebook event. It has to be in a page, a profile, or a group. It can't be in an event, so I have to use the old one. I can't use the software that I use here for the same reason, so I can't see any comments whatsoever. So I had no idea that there was any problems until the class was all over. And then there was like 10 people who are like, we can't really hear you, can't really hear you. I'm sorry, but it was a free class. And I know they weren't meant as complaints. They were just letting me know. But I didn't need 10 of them. I didn't need 10 of them. Anyway, we're going to put buttons on our tree. I have got some Jewel-It. I was going to use white glue, but I found this faster. This is just an embellishing glue. It holds jewels permanently through repeated washing. So it should hold a button on a canvas, is my theory. So I have a bunch of buttons here, and honestly, we're just going to glue buttons on. I'm going to sit some out first, just so I can make sure I like the placement before I glue them on. But yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm just going to go along on these branches, and I'm going to stick some buttons on, and then I'm going to glue them on, and then it's going to be it. It's nothing tricky. So I don't want to glue them on until I set them on first, because I want to make sure that I don't end up with like a whole bunch of the same color in one place or something like that. So I'm starting off by just putting some on the end of branches, but then I'm going to add some other ones as well, but just add these main ones first. And so I'm clearly not going with a color theme of any sort here. I'm just going to slam them on, and I decided I'm not even going to worry about how many buttons or anything. I'm just going to straight up put them on here. So I need to put some up top. I tried to find some interesting ones, but you know, you got what you got at this point. And I seem to have a lot of yellow buttons, so I'm trying to spread the yellow buttons out. And of course, there's always lots of white buttons. And you don't have to put them just on the end of branches. That's just where I'm starting. And then I will kind of move them around a little bit. I'm going to pretend that branch goes right off the page. I don't want to have a whole line of buttons. You can't see so well. I don't want to have a whole line of buttons right across the top there. I thought I had a fancy, I had a fancy gold button here. Let's put that on here. I put this in a different direction today, so you could hopefully see it a little bit better. Let's see here. We'll put that on there. So, I need one for on here. All right, so those are the base ones. And then you can add, just like leaves on a tree, they don't all have to be right on the edge of a branch. You can kind of put them along wherever you want. I'm trying to find some colorful ones. to stick on here. Whoops. And then you could also, if you wanted to pretend like there were leaves falling off, yeah, go back and watch part 1. This part is super quick. It's the other part doesn't take very long either, but it takes a little bit longer. So we're going to, if you wanted to pretend, like I was starting to say, that these were some leaves that were coming off, maybe you want to have some, whoops, that are not attached to the tree at all, that are starting to come off. Oh, I'm off the screen again. That would be cute. I'm not completely convinced that that's what I want to do. So I'm going to stick those off to the side for the moment. And I'm going to put this gold guy or silver guy somewhere. I'll put him right there. So I'm going to start by just gluing on these ones, and then I'll decide if I want to put more. So the one thing about this Julep glue is it comes out quickly. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful about that. But this part is really a no-brainer. You lay them out, get them where you want them, glue them on. There you have it. So that's all we're doing here. And I'm not putting a lot of glue. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm just putting enough that it will stick. You don't want it gobbing everywhere. It's a very technical term, gobbing. I would like to say, for the record, for those of you who watched from the beginning and listened to my mini rant, oh, whatever. No, I'll use this. If this falls off, I'll do something else. This is not really going to be an heirloom item for me. If it doesn't stick, oh well. Life will go on. Anyway, those of you who listened to my rant at the beginning about how my microphone didn't pick up for yoga, oh shoot. So had all sorts of comments and emails and whatnot letting me know. I appreciate people letting me know. What I don't appreciate is the fact that Facebook doesn't let me see comments in that feed. Obviously, I can see comments here, or I wouldn't have just replied to 2. But I can't see comments when I'm live in a Facebook event. So I didn't know that there was any audio issues until it was over. And I'm tired and I'm cranky. And I've been working 7 days a week for the last 5 million months, it feels like. Because even the other day, last Wednesday and last Monday and last Wednesday. I don't know. Whatever days I took off from recording any live videos, I did not take the days off. I was busy recording videos for Zen Studio. So I was working even harder than usual. And then the evenings that I've had off, I've been working. So I'm a little bit tired and I'm a little bit cranky is what I'm getting at. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of both. So don't take this cheerful facade as necessarily accurate. My mother can tell you I was ready to throw my computer in the river yesterday. So anywho, let's glue these buttons on. Try not to get my hair in there. And yes, this isn't probably the best glue, but if these fall off, I'll just glue them on with the other glue. I am trying to glue the flat side of the button. You know how buttons often have a ridged side and a flat side? I'm trying to use just the flat side. Like this guy. This guy's got some ridges. So he's ridged on both sides. He's probably going to fall off. Well, I'll tell you what, the sound's not very good. But you can give it a try. Oh, it would have to be for yoga, and not, I sort of think that was a great class, and now to find out that the audio was trash, it's kind of upsetting. Anyway, not much I can do about it at this point. Not much you can do about it after the fact. It's funny because I usually double check everything, and I didn't today because I was rushed, because I was trying to get this ready to do right after, and I had my lunch 3 minutes before I went live because I didn't have time to have it before that. But I have lots of free time. I'm just flush with free time. I'm not just running around like a madwoman from thing to thing. This is me complaining, but not really. Just, to keep things honest in case y'all think that everything's hunky-dory all the time. Because it is most certainly not. All right, I don't know. I don't know if I should add more buttons or not. This is what she looks like right now. I have this fear that if I add some other buttons, I'm not going to like it. Anybody have an opinion? Here's this cow. I could still add that cow on there, but I think the scale's a bit off. The scale's a little bit off for the cow. And then these big bebob guys, they were cute, but I don't think that they're for, I'm going to save these. I'll use them for another project. I think they were too big for my little tree. Let's just lay a few out and see how I feel. Or maybe a few more up on the tree itself. I have concerns that I'm going to go overboard. I did add some with oat glue to see what I think, and I don't know what I thought. I can't decide what I think. How's that for an answer? I feel like I have to have the dark ones. I don't know. I think, you know what? I don't think I can do it. I've seen lots of them with the buttons trailing off, and they look lovely, but I don't think I'm going to like it on mine. So I think I'm going to leave mine as is. So I think this is my finished product. So I'm going to take the close-up off here. I think this is going to be mine. I'm just going to lay it flat for, well, till tomorrow anyway, to let that glue dry, and then I'll see if the buttons all fall off. But that, my friends, is our button art tree. So he's cute. He's a cute little guy. And the thing about stopping right now is if I decide that I do want to add more buttons, it's a heck of a lot easier to come back and add more buttons than it is to put them all on and then think, no, I wish I hadn't added those buttons. So stop before you think you're finished. Leave it for a few days. And then if you want to add more buttons, you can. Thank you, Monica. So this is our two-parter. I was thinking that maybe next week we'll do a 2 or 3-parter craft project, because it's kind of fun to have something that you can work on the whole week long. So I was thinking maybe maybe not Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. Not Monday. I have to get ready for Star Wars yoga Monday, but maybe a 3-parter, and I think I have an idea. So if you think that would be fun to have another 2 or 3-part craft class next week, please let me know in the comments, because if nobody wants it, then I'll just go back to the one-shot deals. Anyway, that is it. I'm going to go do more work. And then come 5 o'clock-ish, I'm hoping to just walk away. to just walk away because I think I need it because I'm getting irrationally angry about things. So have a wonderful weekend, everybody. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.